And I love that for it. Okay. If Rollo still thinks I'm going to go to the festival with him, he can shove it! Yeah, fuck Rollo and his big dumb face. Oh, I bet Rollo's still going to go to the festival. Oh, do we need to kick the ball around? He's going to be miserable. That is true. That is true. Okay. What do you want me to do, game? Hello?
Luka dozed off again.
Oh, never mind. Apparently go back to bed. I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? Oh, yeah, you definitely seem heartbroken over it. He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So is your plan just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Luka still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
Oof. There's never anything interesting at the festival anyways. Do I have to kick the ball into the book? Oh, that's going to be a nightmare. Okay, well, that was very forgiving.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The first complete
Luka
volume.
carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday. A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luka keep it at his house. Luka wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luka's more often. Whatever the reason, Luka didn't mind, but it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luka lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luka? Another little friend came by to see you. A girl named Beck Mordwill? That's a name. They got into an argument in one of the timelines. They got into an argument because of a choice that I made. And so now Rollo, in this timeline, Rollo and Luka are beefing. She said she met you yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table in case you want to bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luka had pouted away the entire afternoon.
Yeah, can you imagine?
He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luka stood in a vast black expanse.
Consume power.
He looked up at his father standing beside him.
Sorry.
Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness.
The last time we had a dream, it was super fucking scary.
The
so
source?
Right, the source. That's not scary. I don't know. I want to say yes on that.
In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luka held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame, see? Luka peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luka could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luka leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. Not like us. Luka's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luka's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face, and all it got me was this. Luka staggered back. You aren't me. Luka felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luka watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad. If you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luka watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames in a flash of cold light. What does all of this mean? Luka felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luka woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luka rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his Gran came into focus. Gran silenced Luka with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is not the last thing you ever say to each other. He said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. Francois, whenever his wife is right. Yeah, you're right. And did you mean any of the things that you said to him? No. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Accept! Yay! We got another charm. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. We don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Nod.
Buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. Oh, everything's better with corn dog. Amen to that, Gran. She knows what's up. You know, there's nothing like a couple of sandwiches between friends. Oh, man. Listen, that's for the on-the-go eater when you really want a sandwich. You have to take it on the go. That's what it's a it's not that funny. Oh, I need to get going. Got some last minute festival business. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. All right. I love you, Luka. Love you too.
Luka took a deep breath. Chapter 6. Through Thick and Thin. Despite Luka's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luka
I would accept a
emerged from
kebab.
seclusion, taking in
I would
the
accept
crisp
that.
festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
Alright, let's see if accept gets us anywhere in this fucking tree. We're on Rumble right now. I think. Because break got us there, and there's nothing there. We're getting all these fucking charms, and they're not doing anything for us. Which, like, begs the question, how many, different, like, you know, points are there? Luka, Rollo wanted me to tell you something. To kick bricks.
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
Sigh. Space adventure, though you needn't buy it. If you brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't... It's a riddle, Luka. My goofy little brother wants you to find
Luka
him.
looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now, I need one favor from you. Whatever it was that went down between you two, squash it. Yes, ma'am. A space adventure, though you needn't buy it. If you brave enough, go somewhere quiet. It's the library. Come on. Come on. What do I look like? Some kind of chump? What do I look like? Some kind of dummy? Come on. Unique New York. Unique New York. Huh? Exercises for the speech. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech.
To his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gab box. I don't ever want to hear anybody refer to somebody's throat as a gab box ever again. Disgusting. I can't stand this guy. I would sooner punch him in the face, honestly. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that word. It's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion from the festival spooked them. No, whatever's going on in the warehouse is freaking people out. That's for sure what it is. It's absolutely what it is. All right.
Luka
I didn't really...
Some fish
have refined taste. Yeah, dang nabbit. Well, let me talk to you. Did you hear? After Mr. Kerr gives his big speech, we're gonna have the first annual biggest catch competition. As long as a boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoo-in. Ha, boot shoo-in. Ha! Oh. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totes. This town's still falling apart. The weather's still cruddy, and this season's harvest looks like it's going to be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is going to change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at this drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Simmons. I'm still going to be mad at them. I'd rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. Listen, lemonade is pretty freaking good. Okay, good. I didn't really want to talk to them anyways. can talk to this one. Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back for the speech. Sign reveal. You don't want to miss it. I absolutely want to miss it. Ain't moving. Every single time. Yep. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. There is nothing wrong in Ba Sing Se. What a bunch of drones.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a
I've given you
wistful
too
look.
much power. Hey Jeff, everything all right? Everything's fine. I mean, it used to be fine. I just ain't right these days, you know? I really do,
Jeff
actually.
turned to Luka with a furrowed brow,
Yeah,
then gave an understanding nod.
you do, don't you?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Yeah. Wistfully gaze. If I get a wistful charm for this, I'm gonna throw up. Whoever's on this fucking piano is killing it. Oh, I don't get anything for that? Trash. Absolute trash. Okay. This is the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the foul harvest. I've had my doubts about perennial harvest, but I bet they do put on a pretty nice party. All right, what do we think this? Ooh, no, I can't talk to her. That's a bummer. Piper, I'm actually going to take a break from studying. Well, you're actually taking a break from studying. I want to see what all the festival's about for the festival, but I can't help but notice you still brought a backpack full of books. Luka, backpacks carry more than just books. True, true. So what you got in there? Books, yep. My wife in a nutshell. Oh, we're on a cruise. Do you want to hang out? Do you want to do, like, cruise stuff, babe? No, I want to fucking go out of the pool and read. Hiya, Luka. How's Griffin doing? What? Oh, nothing.
Sorry, all became flesh.
Just pretend I didn't say anything. Who? I don't know who that was, but... and I think that this stupid perennial harvest is, like, in front of the library, so I can't... Where the... Oh, was the library further... I think the library was down the other way. The most welcoming of welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? We're always striving to improve. Good, I don't really want to talk to them anyways. I was able to return the perennial harvest safety suit you borrowed. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now will you tell me what you needed it for? It was a favor for an enemy of my enemy. This isn't gonna harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that it's for the good of the family. Great! Great. What's up, Dawn? Got a question for you. You think, what do you think this whole festival is for? The way I figure it, Perennial Harvest is trying to win over the town, like a bribe, but with balloons. Oh, that's the best description for a party I've ever heard. Cynical, I like where your head's at. That's what I assumed at first, too, but I eavesdropped on a couple of gossipy clipboards. What if I told you the whole thing is really a special shindig for a super special guest of honor? A guest of honor? Who? I haven't dug that deep yet, but whoever it is, PH thinks they're a big deal. Fascinating. Alright, Last Chance Diner also gives me such hardcore oh god, such hardcore Alan Wake vibes. I love that. Okay.
The Valentine Mansion loomed over every other building, both figuratively and...
Alright, I don't think there's really gonna be much in the way of stuff there, so we'll go to the library. Library, somewhere quiet. AJ, still working through the newest Hank Atomic, you know it. The fascinating canon towards the end. Did you know Hank Atomic's shrink array doesn't technically shrink stuff? It uses inverse quantum particle delay to literally grow the entire universe around an object, leaving the object unaltered. So it just looks like everything's shrunk compared to everything else. Bingo. That's wild. But Jace, no spoilers, please. Alright, sorry. I don't think that's how that would work. It seems like it would be easier just to shrink one object, right? Instead of making the entire universe bigger around it, you know? Hiya, Luka.
Eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. Great. The first... Yeah, you didn't think that was all, did you? Rolo does go all out, doesn't he?
Straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
Echem. On planet Farpole, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue.
Stared at Luka eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. When you find it, bring it here to be verified.
Luka grabbed 500 meals for one big pot from the shelf. Luka grabbed the issue with self-help. Luka grabbed the 5 pillars of success. Luka grabbed Natural Photography, Volume 5, from the shelf. Luka grabbed The Modern Science of Atomic Radiation. Luka grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic. Luka grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from...
I think it's this last one. Ah, you found
Pepper
it.
removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luka's, turning on the lamp.
I guess I could have just... I guess I probably just got lucky, but...
As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5.
Yeah, the fifth king dies.
Luka clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rolo's cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. And only I had the flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Jeff for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rolo. Now, let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a
He
grift.
continued flipping.
Only found in grub. Cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Grift in grub cart. Oh. Griffin's grub cart. Wants me to go to Griffin's stack stand. Brilliant. I guess you're off then. Good luck with the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Kato. Great. I'm glad I had help with that one, because I definitely... I don't know if I would have struggled necessarily, but I'm very stupid, so... Hold on. We have to do the ceremonial. Hey, Griffin, did Rolo come?
Before Luka could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it? Bought and paid for. Enjoy. I thought there was supposed to be a riddle or
Luka shrugged,
something.
taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
There's a piece of paper in it. Yuck. It's cold? Yeah, it's been sitting here for a while. Rolo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically.
Luka tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
It's gonna seem like I played this game before. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about when I tell my therapist I try to plan for every eventual outcome, and she's like, "Well, that's not very healthy." And I say, "You're right, but the dopamine hit I get when I'm right counteracts that." Oh man. You know, that they weirdly didn't take off. Something about eating paper wasn't appealing, so they switched over to fortune cookies. No! Why am I right all the time? I hate this. You're fucking with me. This whole ass section's fuck. Oh. I love that that clip goes on for so much longer after the little alert plays, comes up on screen. Maybe one of my favorite clips of all time. I think The Evil Within 2 is shaping up to be the favorite game I played this year. If I'm gonna be honest, I think The Evil Within 2 might be the winner. Which is gonna be, it's gonna be wild. And it's gonna be a tough year. I've had so many good games. I have had so many good games. But just from like the combination of like the story and the gameplay and the characters and The Evil Within 1. Oh god, you're right. You know what? I forgot. The Fall Guys, you're right. I will give Fall Guys the #1 in the quickest game to be uninstalled from my computer after suffering through playing it. Fall Guys isn't that bad. I shit on Fall Guys a lot as like a gag, but I don't know. It's just, yeah, no, Secret Neighbor was worse. I would much rather play Fall Guys, actually. At least Fall Guys, like, functioned. Secret Neighbor, I don't know how they got away with making that. That's not, oh, God. I talked to Laura about it, and I was like, yeah, it's like Among Us. If Among Us was, like, really shitty, basically. Like, it's so funny that somebody would be like, yeah, I'm gonna make a game, but I'm gonna make it really bad. I don't know. It is a lot like Among Us. It is, you know, you go off and instead of doing tasks, you have to find keys, but there's so much RNG to it that it's like you end up just trying to like mill around this house forever. It's not great. It's not great. Oh, come on.
He shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
A pickup when you need some pep near the fountain up
Luka
the step.
finished off the
Oh,
remainder of
the
corn
cafe.
dog.
Finish off the, yeah. This is getting to be a whole thing. Oh, that's why she said, how's Griffin? Okay. I went up the stairs accidentally. Thank you. There you are, Luka. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. But Rolo owes me one.
Looney waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task a friendship brings. See, that wasn't so hard. No fucking shot. That's a charm. Who decided this? I feel cheapened somehow. Same. I think it's sweet. Yeah. All right. Once again, let's see if that is as disgusted as I am with that charm. Nope. Oh! Oh, okay. All right, interesting, interesting. So that branch has a new option finally. We just need to play Evolve. I haven't. I think I uninstalled it. I I had it installed on my computer for a while, but I think I went through and uninstalled a couple of things and uninstalled that as well because I loaded it up one time and then didn't load it up again. So, what takes flight but has no wings? I mean, I guess you could argue like a rocket ship, but even like a rocket ship has fins. Yeah. Is there a giant clock somewhere? I don't know why we have this fucking... I don't know where the, like, beautiful piano music went, but... We have to get to the clock tower, Marty. We have to go back to the future. Okay. Could he be in the museum, perhaps? Luka, did you know Beacon Pines is actually unincorporated? A lot of people didn't know that. No, I didn't know. What's that mean? It means most public works are handled internally. We do all the pipelines, the water treatment, building regulations. Oh, that's great. Census taking. Oh, the the slow casual. Oh, so rude. I swear to God, if this is just gonna...
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town.
Oh, this feels like somebody saw like the beginning of BioShock 1 and Infinite and said, one of the developers in this game were like, I want that, but I want it to be not as good and silly.
In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here in Beacon.
A better
tomorrow with fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck. A scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Shopper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company Remembrance Fund.
You know what the most useless addition to Kickstarter was? I know you guys aren't like big Kickstarter people, but I haven't actually kickstarted anything. I'll go through phases where I'll play a bunch of... Oh, hey. Hey. Did you find the comic book? Yep. You get the corn dog? Yep. Well then, I didn't know... I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you've earned this.
Rollo sheepishly handed Luka the balloons.
Ooh, flight? Thanks. You didn't have to go through all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it. You were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you've apologized twice before me. Just let me do this. Luka, I'm real sorry. With everything that happened with your mom and all. I've always wanted to be there for you, be a good friend, you know? When you said you were hanging out with somebody else, I kind of freaked out. Rolo, still my turn. This is the cutest fucking shit. I love this. This is the coziest shit. I felt like I needed if you needed some new friend to help you, it meant that I wasn't good enough, and but that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Luka. Jesus Christ. Okay, apology over. This is so I'm fine. I'm not gonna cry. You can talk now.
Threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
Rolo, I don't deserve you. That is true. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. I mean, I guess that works. I guess that math works out. What else do you want to do today? We could try to snoop around to find some more info about your mom. Snoop where? We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest while everyone's at the festival. Aren't you curious about all the stuff the clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think we've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just take it easy for the rest of the day. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait 1 more day. You know, I have been wanting to get some work done on the MCDC at Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. No, it's great. That sounds perfect. Head to the treehouse with Rolo. Let's go! Oh. Alright, I wanna... Hold on. Every time we have to hold something, we have to go back to the watermelon and make sure there's not a... There's nothing to be... I don't really know what I did to trigger that, so I'm just going to Oh, and I thought I was stuck in a corner there. Very quickly go here because I'm... Ooh, we also got one here too, on the MCDC. That is, oh god, there's... So this is the branch where, because this is the main, like, branch between these two. The left-hand branch is when Rolo gets, I'm sorry, when Luka explores the initial warehouse alone. And here is when they do it together and Rolo gets kidnapped. And this branch is when when the acid gets kicked on the bully. And this is when it gets kicked on Beck. So that opened up one. And that branch is actually, like, when they're looking for the bully and you're at the treehouse. This is so wild. Okay. Sorry. Let's get back into it. There's this... I thought this was going to be a nice, easy, fun, like, 1 or 2 episode game. This is going to be a couple of episodes. I ran into your gran this morning. She asked me to give you this.
Handed Luka an unopened letter.
Oh my god. I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter?
Some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand.
Oh man, she's going to blow the city up.
If I'm honest, I hardly understand that myself.
She's
But
absolutely...
whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much.
She's gonna blow the city up.
We both have.
She's gonna blow the
I
city
wish
up.
There was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love Gran.
She's gonna blow the city up during the
Luka folded
festival.
the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whatever you want. Aw. Are they not gonna get hurt because they're at the treehouse and not at the festival? You know, you really didn't have to go through all that to just to apologize. I know, but I've been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure that you still had a good time without me.
Luka was
Rolo.
at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next
Sadly,
year.
This was untrue.
This game is so fucked.
A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
She's gonna oh! She's gonna blow up the town. It just happened. What was that? Oh man, we missed the fireworks. Oh fuck.
It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend.
I can though. I do.
Something as old and cruel as time itself.
Violence? Murder?
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary, in a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time. The end. No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
This game is so fucking dark. Luka drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge.
And decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Oh my god, Pathfinder!
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. Oh, Iggy was their name. That's right. See ya, jerks. Fine, we know where this leads. We know where that leads them. This way. We'll take the tunnels. What do you mean you know where that leads them?
Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luka stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luka's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luka pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
Oh. This is actually pretty badass. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. So what's up with this winter wonderland? All I know is we're not going to go back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Find a way home. Oh, the sound effect for that's kind of annoying. Luka, are you there?
I had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Okay, so in this timeline, Luka and Rollo investigated the factory together, and Rollo has been kidnapped and is communicating through the walkie-talkie. It's that bozo Kerr. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those
Luka looked
woods.
at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be
With a
rude.
resigned sigh, Luka responded.
The only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mother sure was a
Luka
handful.
winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving. Yes, we do. All right. What's the readout? Sitting at above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report to Mr. Kerr? Meh. Still within safe range. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? It's obviously, there couldn't be another town this deep into the Weepwood. No, it's the Beacon Pines sign, obviously. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. Oh. Perfect. I'm a sure shot with this fucking snowball.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How is that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all the snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. It's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. Iggy's not wrong. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe it all leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We gotta get some answers. Let's keep moving. Pretty sure that's where we came from. Oh. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luka could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run. This isn't quite the same town. Like, this is where that dude is sitting, but this is the Perennial Harvest building. So did something happen and they, like, wiped everybody's memories or something? Was there, like, an accident in the original Beacon Pines? And so they they like wiped everybody's memories or something and rebuilt the town in a different location.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luka went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here there's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Thanks, Iggy. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hinkatomic stories. We aren't going to save the world. We aren't even going to save ourselves. Listen, I have played enough Pokemon to know that the kids are the ones who save the world 9 times out of 10 anyways. Except for in the newer games when they've decided that the kids are just going to be kids. And I've never been less interested in Pokemon games. My face is mangled, the town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luka peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luka a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around here in the dark anyways.
Luka allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit.
Together for warmth and comfort.
The fact that they had the balls, the fucking cojones, the audacity to call Wiglet a new Pokemon is to me is the censure on not wanting to play the next gen. That's just a Diglett variation. We've already got a variant Diglett. We've already got a Alolan Diglett. We didn't need another version of Diglett. Diglett's not a popular Pokemon. Why do we have another Diglett? There's 1,000 Pokemon, literally, that they could have made another version of. That deserve. There's stuff in the Kanto region. I will rip a Wiglet out of the ground and beat you with it. It's the dumbest concept. I'm sorry. Like, I know it's a little mean. But they should just call it whatever this region is called Diglett, because that's what it is. To me, it shows that the Pokemon Company is running out of ideas for new Pokemon. Which, like, granted, they've done 1,000 of them, so I get it. But if they're really going back to the drawing board on this,
it's... For exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
They just freeze to death right there. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what this gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
He motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a real horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Geez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand of this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
Shrugged.
It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored. Yes. Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo are always having a blast together, laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Wept openly.
Perfect little Luka Van Horn with his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet and she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she's not exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luka gave a warm chuckle.
I get that
He
impression.
cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Must be must be raining out here.
Iggy
Definitely.
arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try and get some sleep. Yeah? Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all
Luka's
this.
eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luka? Yeah? I did always want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you a full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luka could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this one isn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread.
Great! Another terrifying dream sequence! I can't wait!
Luka was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch.
And they have giant tentacles.
His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luka spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luka turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes.
I like that the dream sequences are linked together,
Aw,
even though we're on
look at
different
this
branches.
Perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you?
Sorry. Oh, man. No, we're for sure gonna be dead. For sure.
Luka snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luka turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luka was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luka's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luka heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luka gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luka's mother grabbed Walt, She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luka flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luka, is that you, buddy?
No.
With tears in his eyes, Luka descended the stairs.
Definitely not.
Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luka eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luka placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luka's ears. Listen to me, Luka. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luka hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me. Oh, this is a new character.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
What do you think you're
Luka
doing?
looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking people on the head. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scruffy-necked nerve herder, furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. No pun intended. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's just all calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. It's true. Great, how about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nate. Yeah, that's definitely a furball thing to do. How about you make like a gnat and buzz off?
Nat
Very well.
began to turn away indifferently.
Wait, you live here? You might say that. So what do you, so you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just need to find a safe way out of here. Are you gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Luka, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or the other.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back
Luka
home.
and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Alright, open them.
For a brief moment, Luka and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nate, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we traveled through some time travel gate in the Weep Woods. or we were teleported to some alternate universe, or all this is some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. This is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines, the original, true Beacon Pines. What did I say? What did I say? It's all fake. It's all a big phony fake. You both grew up here, but the town you called home for the past several years is a replica, a remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. That's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That could not be would have to require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. And as for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to the miraculous thing we call a brain. It is a real aversion to discontinuality. A revulsion, even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping you sane. This is the real Twilight Town, apparently. So you're saying that someone made an entirely new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best I can do is... just to uncover.
Narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
"The source." Why do you say the source like that? Roasted. Why
Luka began
indeed?
to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. Sorry. I can't believe that that's been like that the whole time. What a frickin' dummy. There's no way they could.
He looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this is really home...
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through the Weepwood.
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luka and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luka sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luka needed to know. Luka stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luka's lips.
You're here? All this time, I thought I was visiting you, but you've been here alone in the snow? Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why do you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luka's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes. Iggy had to hit him with "It's rough, buddy."
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
We gotta hide. Thank God our footprints mysteriously disappear. 259 Kelvin. Fall off distance still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we're doing here? We saved a whole town of people. It doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who love them will never know the truth. The truth is overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey, don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah, come on. It's about lunchtime. Weirdo. Here I thought I was a jerk. Those dinguses are out here literally dancing
Luka
on
stuttered
graves.
through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break.
Iggy
Here's
gave
some
Luka a solid
advice.
smack on the back of his head.
Hey! Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover? Okay, Iggy. Maybe a little bit of, like, grieving time, you dick. Who you helping? Iggy, look at what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luka Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but yeah, you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When there's some jerk comes at you acting like a horse's ass, you should stand up for yourself. Or I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Kerr and his merry band of clipboards pulled off the switcheroo for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about a source.
Luka wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
No, he said the source. Whatever set the source must be awfully valuable to perennial harvests. Something would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to this precious source, wouldn't it? What did you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. We're gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's do this. It can get awfully cold in these woods, Luka. Probably best if you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help is on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy
No.
and Luka shared
But
a skeptical look.
I don't believe you. Well, do I? Oh, shucks. Now that hurt my feelings. Screw that guy. He do be kind of a dick. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks, the ones he was using at the festival. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids, the good stuff. Why would you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop. You guys pissed me off for some reason or
Luka
another.
rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare, but like I said, these are some primo fireworks, so I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop. I prefer to think it was an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months. which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lie low. But I buried them under that tree, and when I came back for them later, they were gone. Figured they had just some grown-up had found them and tossed them.
Triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Good to know. You think this is a game? Yes. Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. Oh man, I almost said something that. Never mind. You're a little brat who's in way over their head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. Get him.
Luka and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern and heaved.
Echo, echo, echo. Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why'd they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source? It's a dang hole. How do we smash a hole? Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr. Where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Rats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source, where they collect the unrefined, Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. CEOs at their finest. Fact of the matter is, I don't get paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Aren't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely a flash of a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. He pulls out a sword. Darts forward. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like your destiny is to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime, and you happen to be extras ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not going to be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Snapped his fingers.
Scene change. Oh, God. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luka with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't?
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop! In the name of love. Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you, regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. Up. That's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool! Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid.
Just now, Iggy, you can put that down. What, like
With a
this?
nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
The number of times villains say stupid shit like this, and then get this exact reaction is shocking to me. Oh. Oh, look at... Look at...
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luka. Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luka dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luka, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way out of this is if Kerr is out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If you let us go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing that look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you do something selfish and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Wow! Roasted! Long life? I'll have you know, I can still play 285. Yeah, me too, buddy. You should have heard me sing the part of Phyllis
With
Young.
a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
He's just totally out of tune. Wow, can you believe this guy? Hum.
Luka's
Very
hand
nice.
began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Come on, Luka. Kerr, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luka, look at me. It's okay. We're not doing this, right? We're not doing
Luka
this.
felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
We're not doing this. You aren't gonna kill your friend like this, are
Every
you?
muscle in Luka's body burned.
I'm not his friend.
Luka felt his hand slipping.
Game fucking sucks, dude. I didn't like with Bug Snacks. Here's the thing with Bug Snacks, right? Is that Bug Snacks was cozy and creepy, but it didn't make me feel things. And this game is making me feel things, and I don't love it. This was not what I thought I was gonna. It's great. It's super good. But this is fucking sad. It's the only way out of this mess. Two birds with one stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in
Calm
packs.
settled over Iggy's face.
Luka, let
Iggy's
me do
voice
this.
was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Oh, this is a choice? And I guarantee you we're not going to have everything we need for this. Oh, maybe we do. I mean, it's refuse, right? This game is fucking wild.
Luka had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luka with his eyes one last time, but Luka pressed the button and called out. We We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luka. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end. I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing. Luka had no choice but to accept Iggy's request.
I hate it here.
Luka watched it.
I hate it here.
Down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy. The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Luka, you really should step back. What? Quickly. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. You should get out of here before a perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyways. Ow. Tempus liquiramine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself, but doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold, and the fireworks made the whole freeze over. That's one way of putting it. Yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened if that was the case. So whatever the parents, whatever Gran and the rest of the parents were doing in the other timeline where we just left, caused a runaway cascade that forced the entire
We have some
town.
idea what that would look like.
I love that the narrator's in on it! This game is so fucking good. I love that I literally just said earlier this stream that Evil Within 2 is going to be my game of the year, and this game is just fucking dunking on it the whole time. It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has a role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine was to observe and wait. Wait for what? You? Why? Me? Why? What's my role?
Flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luka Van Horn, you are going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luka followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder. Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Alright, that still doesn't have... Alright, I guess we go back to the interrogation, right? This is when... Rollo is still... Jesus. I have to think back on this. This is when Rollo this is when Rollo doesn't get kidnapped because Luka investigates the warehouse by himself. And then they meet Beck. And instead of I think this is when Luka meets Rollo in the treehouse, avoiding the big fight, which is what we saw in that one ending. And then they all meet up together, and they look through the house because they're convinced Gran is up to no good. Oh, that's right, because they see Gran in the suit because it doesn't start to storm. That's the thing. Is that Beck meets Luka and for dinner, and then after dinner I make the choice of whether it storms or not. And this is when it didn't storm, and Beck and Luka saw Luka's Gran by the gate in the suit. So now they're looking through the house, and they found this basement, and they're interrogating this other guy. And then they took the chill option, and the chill option immediately resulted in Mr. Tulliver getting out and schooling them.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation.
Beat his
Rollo
ass.
brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr.
Mr.
Tulliver.
Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr.
Beck
Tulliver?
and Luka gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tulliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face.
There
Mr.
it
Tulliver
goes.
groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the
The chair
world?
wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who's
Mr.
there?
Tulliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
Where is she? I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're
Doubtful
sweating.
expression on Beck and Luka's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or let's just say I've never needed another
Rollo,
way.
hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance! What?
Mr.
I don't
Tulliver's
even...
voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You've tied me down. How in the world am I supposed to dance? Dance with your mouth. That's not... You can't say that. That's not TOS. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran? Come on, buddy. Rollo.
Mr. Tulliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, huh? Blow up the festival? Good
He shook
lord.
his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you've got it all wrong. Where is... There it is! There it is! Where is she? Sorry. She's headed to the source. Ooh! We get all spicy. Ooh! Source? Oh, that's right. Nobody knows anything about the source in this timeline. What's the source?
His
It's
voice
where
faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug? Oh, sorry. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tulliver passed out cold. Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn, girl. Damn, Rollo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? Oh my god, if there's gonna be some time travel shit in this game too, on top of everything else, I literally don't know what I'm gonna do. It's where the town began? Question mark? We need more information. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, we better not push Mr. Tulliver any further. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It just got set up at the festival. Now that tent was put up by the Valentines, everything they do is a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library? There's got to be information on that source thing. Kato might help us. Let's go get some answers. Hell yeah! Fast forward, baby! This is a nice dang library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little young to be a librarian? Oh, Kato hung out here so much, eventually they just gave him a set of keys. Oh, I don't know if that's how that. I think that's unpaid child labor. Can we get Kato a union? Can we get him union? What is happening in this fucking backwater town? Where's the child labor laws? Hello? God. Game sucks. It's bringing me out. I'm no longer immersed. Capitalism ruining everything. I just keep an eye on the place for Miss Novak sometimes. It's still unpaid labor. Back! She knows what's up. They got you working for free? It's quiet and I get all this access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. Money! You could want money! The library's paying you an exposure, my guy. They're taking you for a ride. Incredible. We hate it here. We need a favor. I already told you and Rollo. You can't put... I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy... I'll have to... I'll have you know I cannot be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? The thing is, we sort of don't know. What do you got on the history of the town? There's the county records archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading, but they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8. 6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tulliver's cryptic utterance. Luka tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult.
Oh, it's not. It's the fucking first Beacon Pines. That's why they're confused. I was absolutely correct. They, oh, yay. So they didn't, oh, man. All right, before we go any further, I need to go take a bio break. I need to grab a snack. I need more water too. So we're gonna fuck off. I'm gonna play some music, and we're gonna BRB. Give me that juice. It's got the juice. Okay. No. Fuck! I love this whole clip. Game, dude. Fuck that whole game. Shit. Oh, I don't know if I can do this, man. I barely did. Okay, I'm coming inside of you guys.
You're coming inside of me.
Okay. Listen, I said what I said, all right?
So you're not denying.
Listen, at this point, what's the point?
It's gonna fall off the roof.
What? Of course. Fucking god damn it. Here, I'll save you. What? I can't die? Wait, did I really just die? Hold on. It was like, oh. You know what? Hilarious. Oh my god! Stop! I'm never playing with you guys again. I thought I was dead. I have a serious thing with that, guys. I'm the weak link. They're right on me. Yeah, they're pushing. They're pushing. They know.
Molting. I got one.
Got one.
Oh, two?
It's just a lifeline left.
Fuck you, speed
Oh my god!
Oh, right here. Any grenades?
No. What the fuck? Who needs them? Who needs them? Holy.
Watch out for the wood. Oh no.
I could not have possibly picked a worse fucking zombie to hit. And it was one of those things where you're like, I'm already mid doing it, and you're like, watch out for that one, and I'm like, fuck.
I knew it was too late.
Oh. Pick up the EVA 8, it never does what I need it to do. And then...
What'd you say?
Bane, are you okay?
Yeah. It's kills, not knocks. I just figured out.
What I said was, every time I pick up the EV8, it doesn't do shit slide off, but I thought something was happening, and I was like, oh god, here we go. Some crazy ass world events about. Oh wow.
That was nice.
Open supply bins.
Whoa.
Yeah. No! Well, let me go get Speg back really quick. And, Hey! I did the Megazord! I did it! Aren't you so happy? Aren't you?
I'm pretty proud.
Are you so impressed?
I'm pretty sad, but I'm pretty proud.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I'll just kill you first. What's the point of a fucking proximity mine if it doesn't deal lethal damage? What the fuck is the point of that? Oh, here's half damage. I have never seen a proximity mine in any... When was the last time you loaded up Call of Duty and a Claymore pinged you for half health? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, man. Say trip for short. If that's not right, correct me. How are you today? Oh my god! Cora Prime? First... Let's go! Let's go! Sorry. Sorry. I apologize. Oh, good, good. Good. I knocked the lifeline again?
Nice. He's going in.
Oh god, I'm dead. I fucking had 2 bullets in my R301. I can't believe that.
Oh man.
He's reviving. He's
Get
reviving
everything.
right now. Yeah, don't fucking Slenderman, just pull. Get the kill. Yep. That was a bad move, Slender. 100%.
What the? What the?
Yep. Now it's. Yep.
Oh my
Good
god.
fucking
That
job.
was so terrifying.
Oh, Bane meets World, the savior. Yep, sure is. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, you thought wrong, Theodore. You fuck. You. A goddamn detective. Sup, Myra? Hey, girl. Oh my god. I straight up was like, that was so perfectly timed as I walked into the room. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, chicken noodles. Oh, my sweet boy. And I just never got around to, but that, you know, it's one of the, damn! We clean up good.
Oh my. Certainly took my request to heart.
Yeah.
And you weren't being serious? Still got time to change.
Don't you dare.
I look so dashing. Hey, girl.
You have to do it a couple tricks up there. It's so high.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
What happened?
I K-drived off and hit his... I feel like there are a number of relatively harmless bugs in this game as well. I feel like there really is. Like, people don't... I feel like people give Witcher 3 a lot of leeway when I'm not sure necessarily that they should. Alright, that is all of the Witcher quests that I am not... What is this, Bane? What do I keep poking this foot? No! No!
Jesus Christ! What the hell?
I fucking hate this game, man. Fuck you. Stupid fucking alien bullshit. I feel like there are a number of okay.
As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up with one of those, with one of these asinine death records. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud, his brain oozed out of his
Rollo
ears.
shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you've got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be a boring county record that kills you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself. Damn! In fact, don't give a fuck.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Really? That's the best? When I'm done with you, you'll be a footnote in history. Just
Beth
like
slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
Jay Hofford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey. We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute
Something
and...
tickled the back of Luka's mind.
Wait, what was that name, Beck? In the obit? Jay Hartford? From the Brookville Tribune 20 years ago? That can't be right. What is it? Jay Hofford. She's been dead the whole time! What did I say? What did I say? It's not really her roll it back. Where's the clip? Where I was like, Gran's not really his grandma. It's all a big conspiracy. Maybe there were two Jay Hartfords? Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Well, this is getting creepy. You can say that again, Beck! If your gran is 6 feet under, 3 towns over, then who am I living
The
with?
question hung in the air.
Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Can somebody explain this to me? Can somebody make it make sense? No! Why am I right all the time? I hate this. You're fucking with me. This whole ass section's fuck. Oh. I love the random fuck at the end. It's. Oh, God.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10? Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me! I gotta go! Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are we gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something.
Luka's heart was pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luka shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
And...
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep.
I don't
His
like it
only
here.
hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
I don't like it here. I don't like it here. They knew what they were fucking doing. They knew what... There's nothing to be jump scared in that scene. They just did the music. Fuck this... Ooh! Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, I'm sure she didn't notice that the bookcase was... Yeah, I'm sure that's not something that she would have noticed. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, no shit. You fibber. This guy. This guy. Oh. Maybe he woke up, escaped his bindings, and left without a trace.
Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luka's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Which, to be fair, in the other timeline, when he was fighting with Rollo, he'd also gone the whole day without eating. So there's similarities in the timelines, and I love that. Okay, I can figure this out. I just need a little brain
Luka
food.
rushed over to the pile of jam
Oh,
jars,
no.
unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
No! No! I'm afraid your jam delivery will be delayed.
He flipped the
Game of
lid
the
to
year.
read the label.
This is game of the year. This is the game of the year, guys. Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tulliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. The only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tulliver finished whatever he was sent to do and left when he was done. Go to sleep. Yep, definitely not gonna be a fucking jump scare, right? Oh, fuck, she's gone! Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool. Yeah.
As Luka climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter.
Oh, the jam to Mr. Nuncreed? What is this game? What is
He tried to grab for the railing to
He's
steady
dead.
himself.
Yeah, he's out. He got roofied.
Something was wrong.
Yeah, no shit. Just a few more.
Luka groaned and tried to move.
Probably didn't have to face plant
His
that hard,
limbs
right?
Might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The jam. Yeah, obviously it's the jam. Obviously it was the jam, my dude. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? What have you gotten? Who are you? What is happening? Rest now and let me handle everything. Great. Great.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches. Luka awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug, or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
I think Mr. Nuncreed is working with Perennial Harvest. And so Tulliver, the diner lady whose name I can't remember, and Luka's Gran are all working against them.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luka snapped back to the matter at hand.
Like, what? Oh, they still got the hat on. Where have you been? Where have you been? Graham put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. This one was intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa, ho, ho. Sly devil. Oh. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Good. Have you found anything? We looked around, but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found, but Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus is just got up on the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Is this thing... Hello, Beacon Pines! I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take this moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. The town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. Yeah, you're right, you blew it up. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Even that's more than the old codger deserved. Get him, Jeff!
Gus cleared
Get
his
'em!
throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was
Luka
I?
bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus
He gave
Valentine.
Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. I love that they just had one clapping sound effect and they're just using it again. We love that. What a great turnout! Oh heck, I wasn't prepared anything, but I suppose I could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a
Mr.
beautiful
Kerr
podium.
pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Perfect. We love a good speech. Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate here at the Perennial Harvest. For us, the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But to think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable. Ooh, that's, nope, not good. Unavoidable and undeniable. We're just gonna breeze through it. And I am dead gum thankful for it. What the fuck is this? This man is not using real words. Change is the reason that we're all here today. It's hard for me to believe that it's only been 4 years when fate brought us here. A simple business trip which brought me to the small town which would
Mr.
forever
Kerr took a
change my
moment to
life.
survey the crowd.
You know
He
what?
wiped away a single tear.
This man... That's true. He was the Sharper Valentine. From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. He's actually being held captive. Everything is all right in Ba Sing Se. I swear to God, I want to talk to the developers of this game. If you're a developer on Beacon Pines, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you because this game is so fucking good, but I can really, like, I feel like there's a lot of, like, cultural stuff in it. That, like, if you're a millennial between the ages of 27 and 35, like, this is your shit. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. Potential. It can change. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Okay. Community, conviction, commitment, and
Mr. Kerr
change.
nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is community
Mr. Kerr
first and
methodically
foremost.
made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction for that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on conviction that we are that horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment
His
to
voice
each
began
other.
to build to a crescendo.
We now walk together hand in hand into a future that we can shape together, and that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Mr. Kerr, I'm gonna drag you by the scruff of your neck and throw your ass out. How's that sound? Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we all get to be making this choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. And here we go again. It's the cascade.
The crowd began to look around nervously.
It's everybody's already dead. Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain
Mr. Kerr
calm.
quickly flicked through his note cards.
Nope, he already dead. Where was I? Through my travels, I've learned one true thing. The one always reaps what they sow. We've planned a lot of good for this town. And so I'll be happy. So it is with a happy heart
He
I can
raised his
proclaim
hands up to the heavens.
it's gonna happen. Our harvest awaits. Yep.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end.
Zootopia fucking wishes it was this good. All right? It wishes it was this good. Can you imagine if Zootopia was actually a decent film? This is what it would be.
On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time.
Like, is this like this is like an end of the world situation? They keep saying, like, Nat kept saying, like, you're gonna save the world. Like, Juniper Hartford is literally ending the whole world by blowing up the source.
The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
Hell no! We're not giving up, narrator.
No,
We're in it.
I don't mean that.
No, you do
We've
not.
got a little closer this time. We just need to try again.
Hell yeah.
Please.
All right. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay. So we have Sly here, but that is still the only thing that we have yet to try, right? Okay. All right. Yeah. That God. I'm trying to think. God, what was that show? It was Transformers, but they were animals. Not the dino one. They were actual, like, wild, like, there was a cheetah. Beast Wars. That's what it was. That's some good shit. Alright.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation. Luka and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task.
Is Beck gonna fucking win it
With
for
a few
us?
crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What's going on here? Oh, you're that, Modwill girl. Please, call me Beck. Sorry about all
Mr.
this.
Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems that there's been a bit of a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper
Beck
sent you
caught
here?
herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? Oh, Beck is clowning this fool! I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who can trust in
Mr.
this
Tolliver
town.
rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So as it turns out, we're both here
Beck twirled
to
her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old Gale has nothing is nothing if not
Mr.
thorough.
Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
Oh, this game is so good. Mr. Tolliver, yeah. She sure is. Can't blame her though. If anyone if anyone were to find out that we were going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once we finished clearing things
Beck
up down
was on a
here.
roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
Much better way to put it. Much better way. You sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There's one loose end I will go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing, really. The other day, I had the radio on scan while stocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in a perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. But we have a password and nowhere to put it? I mean, it's got to mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver has had a candy shelf. And all he ever sells is his apples!
Blinked slowly in disappointment.
Password, Rolo. Well, sure, but but once things go back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver and that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Marked each scrap of paper. And
we just need to find the hidden meaning. Oh, okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could be a cover-up. Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21, N would be 14, D would be... Oh, it's an anagram. Nuncreed's drugstore.
Luka and Beck looked at Rolo with amazement.
Incredible. Rolo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Cred's nude rug store. Well, I think it's that one. Can we that's going to be my next D&D game. I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Investigate Nuncreed's drugstore. Yeah, we knew that. Oh. You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? No, sorry. Got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear, that man would be late for his own funeral. Yeah, wild. I don't know. Bye. See you later. I mean, the man likes ciphers. There's, nothing wrong with that. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what did you have to report? What is this Insipid Town festival really about?
Gus looked around nervously.
I think Mr. Kerr really does want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend more time with him. Gus is a moron. He's getting the wool pulled over his eyes big time. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so you can make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. You have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered us help. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That's just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damned backyard. They're dumping their little nasty secrets on us. When all this inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Eris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be part of the future or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but but you'll always just be a Gus. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. Getting late, children. Fuck you, Eris. Oh. Alright. Onward! Onward! Oh, it's Solomon. Solomon Grundy.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Good. He would like black licorice. This guy sucks. Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Where do you get that candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
An entire fucking wad. Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have family to rely on, licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice. Yes, Luka, because you have taste. But whatever floats your boat, you're too kind. I can tell a lot by a person with a choice in confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There's many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold, hard cash. Wait, dude named his kids Eris and Gus, and the mayor is the one named Gus. Yes. Eris and Augustus. And yes, Gus is he's the mayor. He was born on a Monday. I don't know what that means. I'm also very dumb, so that could be part of it. Well, he's right. It's locked. Pretty sure we have a lockpick. There's got to be more clues. Okay, let's see. We just fucking smash the door open. Well, I know this goes down. Have you ever seen anyone use this thing? I know what this is. Besides Mr. Nuncreed, no.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. Oh, that we now have the password for? Why would there be a blinky keypad? Crud's Nude Rug Store. I mean, Underground Secrets. The password.
Flung open the door, and they all squeezed in.
Get close. All right, let's see
Luka
here.
Cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground Secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? I guess we...
The phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Oh, this is getting real,
The air
guys.
was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew there was a secret hub full of strange chews under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Luka, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the transdimensional conduits from Hink Atomic Issue 12 were real? Rolo, at one point or another, you said that every technology ever discussed you said that about every technology discussed in Hink Atomic. Well, that's why I'm such a good predictor. Rolo and I? Great minds. Looks like each of these has something written on it. This suit has a broken mask. So we found our mysterious warehouse creeper. Or at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like an Nuncreed and talks like an Nuncreed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. Mining operations alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer, and a series of tubes. Pa always says you can only trust a miner up to the point where they hit gold. Not sure what wisdom applies to this exact situation. Thing about Pa, you don't always realize that what he means until it's too late. He's so creepy. Perennial Harvest main office. Hey, that's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine fertilizer warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yep. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? Starting to feel like something really big. That's a lot of buttons. Step aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way about around sci-fi tech. Eeny, meeny, miny. What did you do? Nothing! I didn't even mow yet. Oh, somebody's coming. Somebody's a-coming. There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Oh. Shit. 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 Awesome. You all need to come with me now. We're not going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers, Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password. I know. I put it in today. Yeah, wild. Wild. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. We're getting into the thick of it. Thick of it? Yeah, right. That's my gag. You can't say that. What's for dinner? What do you want for dinner? I got Popeyes. Hold on, guys, real quick. I'm just gonna turn my webcam off. Very fancy. I'm so sorry. I got something for Laura in our anniversary, and it came today, so we were looking at that. I apologize. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who. That's a no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. Dude, you're not, Nuncreed. You're an idiot. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now. I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. Your father. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back
He
before
gestured toward the strange tubes.
all of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No, we were partners. He helped the patients, and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luka, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us, says he's got an opportunity. He'd found something we didn't quite understand, and was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people, but one thing I could never get him to understand was it's a lot easier to help people if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. What's the point of this sob story? Beck does not care. Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this, but you forced
Luka
my
began
hand.
to
What did I
laugh.
say? He's working with Perennial Harvest. What? You really don't know. My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would she...
Color drained from Nuncreed's face.
Got him. How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say she isn't the only one... this isn't the only underground layer we've busted into today. That is true. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, man. That's a fucking
Nuncreed
line.
grabbed Luka by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark of the fountain on the town square. The fountain? But why
A
would
jolt of
she...
realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
Same, buddy. She knows about the source? What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it would catalyze and... Dear God, she's gonna freeze us all. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That did not go how I expected. So, we're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. Ah! You good? Yep. Ah! I love this town. Ah!
Chapter 8. The Cold, Hard Truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera, as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, The ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Yep. Yep. We're back in Beacon Pines 1.0. That was intense. Yeah. I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it got us, any of us. It doesn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would everyone blow something out here? Blow up something out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We gotta catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Alright. Oh, this makes me so sad. Makes me so sad. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clean off the snow. No, oh! No time for this revelation. This is starting to feel real familiar. I may not be the most well-versed in all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like a frozen replica of town. Ha, I got it! It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien! Rello. Stick with me here. His species only lives in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. They found it by traveling through those metallic wormhole things back there. The final objective, kill us all, and shapeshift into a Beacon Pines citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but I very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center.
To be fair, I do think this is the earliest in the timeline we've gotten here. I think every other time we've gotten to this point, or around this point, it's like later in the timeline. And so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luka recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss.
But this isn't right. Because the festival doesn't happen until the next day.
Nearby,
So the timing
a
isn't
wheelbarrow
right.
had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed the entire town. It wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luka, you and your friends need to leave right this
Nuncreed
moment.
turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luka. This is between me and
Rollo and
Juniper.
Buck held steadfast in awe. Luka approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luka, did you know this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be
Mr.
alive.
Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's
They
not
both
true.
now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. He just had different ideas about how to affect change. How convenient that your way happens to line your pockets. Now that's not
They
fair.
menaced at each other, both catching their breath. the moment balanced on a knife's edge.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Oh god, this is a
Of emotions and
choice?
memories, Luka's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
Oh.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luka had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luka had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together.
Hold on. Hold the phone. Wait a minute. They've mentioned that the source manipulates matter and time. What if Eleanor went off what if Eleanor went off to find the source, and instead of destroying it, manipulated time, and she got super fucking old? So it didn't make any sense for her to go and like go back to Luka, so she had to pretend to be Luka's grandmother in order to go back to him.
She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luka was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note. Luka lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call... We're not gonna talk about it. 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 We're not gonna talk about it, alright? Shut up. Somebody better pony up 25 cents for the "Why Am I Always Right" sound clip. Pony up! Your mother.
He blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother.
I mean...
Only smaller, older, changed.
By the source!
Luka sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were... gone? You should know that I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luka, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Ma, I don't understand any of this. I mean, same. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luka. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luka, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more danger, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luka. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who they hurt in the process. Then, what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now. There's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luka gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small.
She was exposed to the source, and it aged her.
Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We have a party to crash. Wild. Wild. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago. Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways.
Let's go!
She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering.
We're getting a little. We're gonna get a little
No
deep
turning
lore.
back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempest Liquamin. There were dozens of them.
Oh,
Every
Liquamin.
one stamped.
Not
Failed.
Liquamine.
Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tinkled pink that we will all make that change together. How great is that? This man is a liar! Excuse me? I will not! Get him! Get him, Gran! I mean, Mom. I mean, what? Mommy? Sorry? Mommy? Sorry? This town is a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We only had to move town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated. Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please? Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just as sneaky as the Dickens? We all know Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now the whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry for this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, where she can get the help she needs. Oh, Nuncreed! She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown, get him! Get him! We all know there's something wrong with this town. It's just easier to look the other way. The truth is... That is quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Oh my god! It's Sharper! Holy fuck! That's why he disappeared! They turned him young! It fucking Benjamin Buttoned him! Oh my god, this is the best fucking game! Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Oh my god! Oh my god, he's the villain the whole time! I knew it! I knew there was something... That's why Eris had to adopt him. Oh my god. We've done it. I knew I was like, huh, that's so weird that this adopted foster kid looks so much like Sharper Valentine from the fucking History Museum. Oh, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn, you've been quite a thorn in my... Sorry. You've been quite a thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. The voice has made sense the whole time! I must confess, you look dreadful.
For a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something much more impressive than incoherent ramblings. No matter your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr. Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for your rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Yep. You've done quality work for me, William. I will look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Of deference.
Founder, you are most
Gasps
gracious.
rippled through the crowd.
My guess is Sharper Valentine also, in another, like, layer to this, Sharper, because they keep calling him the founder, that's the second time, Sharper Valentine has been, like, the head of the family from the entire time that the town has been in existence. Like, he's been immortal the whole time. Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on
Solomon
out.
pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine. I'm a guy.
His body and face began to contort
I'm gonna be
and expand
a
as
menace.
he disappeared into a belching green
I'm gonna be a
mist.
menace.
A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No. I'm sorry. You didn't see that coming. I'm shaking the whole fucking webcam. I don't give a shit.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you to all witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. How wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Hey, Sharper, you malicious bastard. Malice. I'm glad you're back, so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We're gonna let you get away with it again? Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance,
William
Mr.
Kerr gave
Kerr.
a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward! Does anyone else have anything to
Helpless
contribute?
quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you truly believe that you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools? You people should be celebrating my return. You clearly lost without me. That leads me nicely to my children. Nope, not saying that. I gave you both the greatest gift a parent could give. An opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who's completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you failed me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, have you been wasting time, my dear? What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where's Joseph? I didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did he? Ah, there he is. Everyone give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense, the people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter, cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. This goes for all of you. Well, for those of you who haven't frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again. And I'm willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr has never been in charge of Perennial Harvest? You must have. You think that puffed up blather skit could have ever accomplished all of this? Dawn, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down when I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow. You've
Mr.
earned
Kerr
it.
flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire. Montesquieu is oh, it was from the book in the library. Founder, I just wanted to thank you again for this opportunity. It's truly a role of a lifetime. Wait. So this Bill Kerr has been a patsy the whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what is stopping this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, you know each and every person in this town fears most. And will make those fears manifest if anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ah, the young hero. I've kept a keen eye on... Wow, this voice is harder than I thought. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity things have gone a bit differently. You might have had your moment of triumph, but that's fate for you. You can't do this. But I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now, Time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought, but well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just.
This
be
game
the
is
key to
fucking
this whole
wild.
thing. Let's see.
All right. We just beat Sharper's ass. Ooh, Malice? Wow, that's all the way over there. Okay. This is back before Rolo is... This is when Rolo's been kidnapped. Alright.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luka felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luka to get out of there.
I just want all this to be over. Of course, I'm sure it will all work out soon enough. I should be going. I told Roxy I'd check for Rolo at the treehouse.
Free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luka, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Oh, dude, the source is it manipulates time. Luka's grandmother is actually his mother because she was exposed to the source and aged. Solomon Valentine is actually Sharper Valentine because he was also exposed, but it Benjamin buttoned him instead of making him older. Just watch the VOD. Watch the VOD, to be honest. I'm not going to be able to do it justice. This game is so fucking wild. These festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree, this is more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know that festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It would be a shame if somebody...
Scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
That's very odd. Huh. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Moldwill. I work here now. I am unable to locate you on the staff role. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight and get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Our harvest awaits. Whoa! You get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a man like this. This is Bioshock. Don't scare a man while he's junkin', sonny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junkin'? I might as well ask the same thing of you. Find anything good? Ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. Learned a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. With this bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups. I'd better get going. I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. Oh, God. Okay. Get fucked, I guess. Rolo.
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rolo. What do you do? I hope you're
Luka
okay.
felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
Right?
Once again, Luka found himself in a vast,
Oh, here we
black
go again.
expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire, the source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luka stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket. A keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luka turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luka found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luka's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luka began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luka's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me." Luka turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone." Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luka laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace. "Time to go, Buckaroo." Luka was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor. A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luka sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open. Chapter 5. Dangers Big and Small. Luka stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight.
Oh, is it Nun Creed?
Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony.
Is it Nun Creed here to confess all of his
hand
sins?
grasped the door handle, Luka froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through.
Stop right there. Or I'll... Oh, they fucking... It's old Rolo! They hit him with the fucking... Oh, he got hit by the source! Oh, that's why he looks so weird and old. Oh, yay. Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me.
The large
Who are
figure
you?
cocked its head
I
inquisitively.
hate this game. I hate this game. Stop now, I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, take it easy. Luka, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rolo. Nice try, but I know you ain't Rolo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Haha, uncle? Luka, stop messing around. It's me. If it's really you, prove it. Flamin' chicken coop, Luka.
Luka's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rolo.
Game is fucking wild.
Only bigger, older, changed.
This game is so fucking wild. How? What happened to you? I just got a fucking text message. Which I'd love to know how they got this number. About fucking I can't say, but embarrassing. Ooh, Lego Star Wars is on sale? I'm so sorry. Hold on. 40% off, huh? Not good enough. Not quite good enough. While I was running away, I ran into more people with those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. What? Oh, where'd they take you? I don't know. They threw a bag over my head. It was cold and it smelled like a swimming pool, like disinfectants. They made my hands all big. Look.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luka.
Pretty sweet, right? They made all of you big, you moron. I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower, but beggars can't be choosers. Rollo, it's not just your hands. My feet, too? Dang, Pa just made me new shoes. Wait, Luka, why are you so small?
Luka moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
Dumbass.
His
What
hands
the?
shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo! Rollo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this, and then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. Right? Well, we all know Ohio doesn't actually exist, so it's very interesting. It does make sense that in this work of fiction, he would say Holy Toledo, actually. So it kind of makes sense. Whoa, you smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage? Who are these people? I don't know who did any of this, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome. I'm just glad you're safe now. Luka, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where the snatched people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. It is. It is. That's what a lot of people don't understand is Ohio is actually a multi-dimensional purgatory. That is why the Raven Queen will never come back. Because she's been cursed to never return. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger. Ha!
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on. Oh, her fucking fur is blue now? Oh, that's right. This is the timeline where Beck gets hit by the goo instead of Iggy.
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luka.
Ah! Take cover! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I didn't know where else to go. And you're just hanging out with your large adult friend. No, this is my buddy Rollo. This is your missing friend? The one and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? I'm sorry, you're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? At your silly little treehouse? You mean our silly little mission control? I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. I could hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luka, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened?
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you can say around me, you can say around Rollo. It's been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yep.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay. Well, it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try and salvage my hair. So I dyed it with something from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Okay. Just need to play it cool and hope nobody notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? Kind of just felt like a change. It's gonna take forever to grow out. You're the one who said changes was a good thing, right? Got him. I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Night? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr, it seems like a grade A creep. Amen to that. Beck! He is! Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough for her to exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. You can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. Got him. Agreed. Agreed. I know, you know I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Damn! Ooh, damn! That was rude. So here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded, obviously. Obs. In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. We need to have you look presentable for the festival, but not another
She
peep.
sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
Beck is going right out that window, by the way. She's out of here. I know moving is hard, honey, but it doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off of you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this time does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded? No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It was my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great. Can we get back to the story now? The next part is the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded for my mom, but I was too angry to sleep, so I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? Oh, this is for sure, obviously, Nuncree talking to Kerr, right? Oh, no. They're talking to, Sharper. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. Where's the report on our new lead researcher of deep research? Nellie Moldwill seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had a chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she'll be capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor. Her work must be complete before the festival. I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. When she's finished with the work, we'll need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects at the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We're in the end game, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. When she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay just for a bit. Oh? We seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline, and rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand, I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you into this to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. They're only a few days away from having everything you've ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Just so that we're clear, when they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing people. Capital
Luka
murder.
gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah, as far as I know, Kerr is a top banana at Perennial Harvest. He sounded scared of this founder guy. Well, we haven't even... Not gonna say that. What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Luka, do you think that was the body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor has got loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. So we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she come home after work? The creep on the radio said that they would hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, maybe we gotta go in and get her.
A large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this will help. You have blueprints? Well, that's really just a welcome map from my mom's PH orientation day. But that's the layout. Sure looks like a blueprint to me. Here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
Started to wiggle with excitement.
Heist, baby! Let's go! Woo! Me and Rolo, we have one brain shell that we're sharing right now. I think we're heisting. It's officially a heist. I swear, one brain cell.
Chapter 6.
That's it. We have one brain cell.
The heist. They
Incredible.
spent the night's end huddled around that small map,
Oh,
formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial
that's
Harvest.
the crazy thing about this branch, though, is that this particular branch knows about the founder but doesn't know anything about the source yet.
It would be no small feat.
This is
A
fascinating.
modern facility
It's fascinating.
equipped with all manner of technology. Not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for.
I love that this is that there is a very specific order of timelines that you have to go through in order to get to this point. So you as the player, even though the characters in the game in this timeline wouldn't know, you as the player are going to have the answers. It's very Groundhog's Day in that regard, where the person who's doing the time traveling has this foundation of knowledge, and they use it to
Luckily, there was
be
enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luka, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time.
I wish I was young enough to be able to not sleep at all and be red-eyed and
The
bushy-tailed.
festival was to begin in 1 day, and they each had their assignments.
Oh, I think, listen. Okay, quick recap. Rolo, you're going to talk to Roxy cordially. Without her and Fist, this whole thing could go bust. Me? Cordial is my middle name. And how do you plan to explain your new...
Vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
Did you just gesture at all of me? Circumstance. Ah, she'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even
Beck
notice.
snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Ilona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands that the danger Nelly is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay? This leaves me with Jeff and then Iggy. How are we gonna persuade them? I'll think of
They
something.
each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. List, okay. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna check the tackle box for anything new. Nope.
Luka wrapped a twig. Some fish have refined.
Okay, we are going to wrap it up, I think, for today here. Just because I feel like this is a good place to stop, and I don't know how much longer it's going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be a number of chapters yet, so I think we'll have at least enough for half of an episode. But yeah, that's Beacon Pines Part 2. I truly am flabbergasted with how good this game is. This game is so well written. It's so good. It's oh god, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.